Hey guys, welcome back to the garden. We are in the explosive garden and I'm struggling to find space for my annuals, but actually I want to show you some of the damage that a couple of deer that had gotten into this garden have been doing. So I've got like bare spaces where they are, I don't know, scraping, and they are also eating the tops of all my silene. I think they love them as much as I do, so only a few of these silene are left, but I mean they will reshoot, but it is effing annoying. I'm so annoyed with them. And they've also been sleeping in here, and they've been gnawing at my one of my not apricots but peaches, and I mean generally just creating havoc. And this space is not fenced in, but I made some years ago, I cut back all of the lilacs that are lining this sort of sun catchment pocket, and I was weaving all the tops into the bottom layer of the lilacs, and this means that it has been deer free for quite a while. But not this year, so every night before I go to bed I take my my water jug and I take my trowel and I go banging on to scare them away, and they haven't been here since I've been doing that, so hopefully now they don't see this as paradise, like a safe space for them to be in. But what really annoyed me, I got really pissed off, but is that, you see, this is actually a pecan nut, and it's thriving here, and I've got another one kind of the same size in the food forest, and I've never had nuts on it. Of course, it's still a tiny tree, but pecans are my absolute favorite, and I'm so hoping that we can grow these here in Denmark. They do like to have several trees to pollinate, and maybe you can see this is the deer going killing this friend that I just planted for the other pecans, so I'm really pissed off about that. Excuse my French. There's nothing I can do since they've taken the bark off all the way around, so there's no way to save this. I'm just gonna cut it above the wound, and just above the wound, and then see maybe if it grows back. But I don't have a lot of hope. There's not a lot to do, so it's really annoying. But hey, yeah. And they've actually done the same thing here, where we have some of the sweet chestnuts. This is still okay, but I did get, a couple of years ago, I did get a new variety that has 3 different varieties growing on the same sort of trunk, or whatever you call it. And as you can see, this is also completely gone. At least I've got one variety left, and we've just gotta do it. I'm sorry, and we'll see what happens. But it even had flowers. So yeah, that's a bit of a sad note to start the video, but other than that, this is a lovely time. I have black nails and black feet and black knees, and I'm dirty all day long, and I really enjoy it. Too much to do, and I didn't weed this year, so it's looking crazy, but still so many lovely beings are coming out and coming up, and we've had some lovely weather for the past couple of weeks almost, so which is like whoa. So many combinations of shapes and colors. It's so lovely, and this of course can be quite invasive, but I think it's so beautiful. This cow's parsley. We've got different varieties. We've got Ammi Majus and Ammi Visnaga and some other bishop, something I forget. But I will put a list of all the white beauties that are really sort of making like a filigree feel in the garden. I love them. Other than that, you can see I've got some weeding to do. Maybe I'll get around to it, maybe I won't, and it'll be like a fall thing to do. Most of the fruit tree flowering is done, so we got lots of plums. We've got quite a lot of cherries, of course. It looks okay, not like a great season, but okay. And I wanted to show you the state of my dead man's finger. If you've been watching the channel, you know that it was fried by the frost some weeks ago. And even if I tried to cover it in plastic bags and all kinds of things, but to no avail. It was just all brown. But now, 2 weeks later, I think it's like a really beautiful testament to the life force. You can see it's almost, I think it was all brown, and now see how many extra flowers and leaves have sprouted. So actually, even if they get a late frost, it seems like they actually keep a couple of buds back, not opening them in case there is a late frost. So again, a beautiful construct of resilience, I think, and I'm sure we'll have a few dead man's finger to eat. And now that we are in here, this is like, it's supposed to be a vegetable garden, but it's lots of vegetables, but I mean, I'm hard pressed to find space for a couple of squash plants and a few bits and bobs, because actually it's so much food. We've got fennel, we've got like a root, a sweet root. I'll put the name again and the name in the description below. Lots of apple mint, lots of that's feldsalat. It's like lamb's lettuce, and we've got cumin. Not cumin. Is it cumin? I forget the name. Lots. You see these Babington leek. We are eating them every day, and all of this came into being without me having to do anything at all. So that's one of the reasons why I'm less and less annual. It's so much work to keep the space and to protect the plants. I was talking to my neighbor the other day, and he said that all of his small plants have been eaten by slugs, this Iberian slug, because it's been so wet. So this year in many gardens, so many slugs. Again, I think the resilience of this perennial edible garden is obvious, and more so, even if I do like my squash. I am trying to clean out the greenhouse. As you can see, I've still got lots to plant, but I want to introduce you to this baby. I had to ask for help because I did not know what it was. I have had it growing in this pot in the greenhouse all winter, and I no sign. So I don't know where I got it from, and I have no recollection of it, but it's so gloriously beautiful. And I found out that it's a whole, like a family or a whole variety of these beautiful delicate flowers, and they are called butterfly ranunculus. Oh my God, in so many different shades, and some are filled and some are more simple like this. I'm in love. So those might be propagating somewhere in the greenhouse for the winter when I get my hands on more seeds and more variety. Yeah, it's always a struggle to sort of get everything going and get everything planted. But I want to show you the most beautiful space in the garden, in my opinion right now. No, I can't say most beautiful. A very beautiful space. Because we have an old laburnum and it's flowering right now, and it's flowering alongside the alliums. I think I made a video some years ago where I was showing you this beauty. I gotta do it again. I'm sorry guys. I keep repeating myself. Even this wisteria, it's a complete mess. We should have made a trellis for it, but it's still beautiful. I love it. So we are trying to keep on top of it, but it's yeah, once it starts growing, it really starts growing. I love this look, the different leaf shapes and shades, and all of these alliums, and lots of columbine and lots of butterflies, as you can see. Some roses coming out. This is like the most beautiful, slightly pale pink, very scented rose. I do love it. And then you had this beauty, this laburnum. So beautiful with these alliums underneath. I think I do love you. And a dove. I remember a place where we lived when I was a child, and we were always, I don't know, we were always playing this game of us running away from home. And this one is making seed pots, and we had collected a lot and pretended that this was food. And then our mom came and saw that we were stirring this and pretending to be cooking it, and she was like, "Did you eat any?" And of course we didn't, but we didn't know that they were really poisonous. I mean, you have to tell your children, that's fine. I think they can learn to navigate in all of this variety and all of this beauty. And the birds are going wild. So pretty everywhere right now. I will take you for a walk in the food forest one of these days, and yeah, just thanks for watching. I hope it's equally beautiful where you are.